What are you doing?
Let's talk about if the Fujifilm X-T3 is still a viable option for video for 2020 and carrying over into the year 2021. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and list a couple of things I don't like about the Fujifilm X-T3 that they corrected in the Fuji X-T4. But anyway, you could go ahead and just buy the X-T4. Let me explain myself. The number one problem I have with the Fuji X-T3 is the battery life. The battery is small and it cannot get you through the day, even if you're just walking around sightseeing and taking photos. When I'm home, I like to have a battery pack of some sort like this, or use my V-mount battery just so I can connect to this while I'm filming and not have to worry about the battery life because it is that bad. Now with the Fuji X-T4, they've doubled the battery life essentially. So that concern that the Fuji X-T3 users like myself had about this camera, it was answered. Another thing that I would like to have, but is also answered in the X-T4, is Ibis. It's not something I need all the time, but it can help when you're walking and trying to get those steady shots and your lens that you have on your camera does not have image stabilization. So in cases like that, it definitely helps to have Ibis. With the H.265 codec, you can do 420 10-bit internally and 422 10-bit externally. With the H.264 codec, you can do 420 8-bit internally and 422 10-bit externally. Now with both of those, you can do up to 4K 60 frames per second, and also you have the option to do all-eye or long GOP recording. Oh, one main thing I want to say, I want to stress the point that my YouTube videos have been 420 8-bit. That's because I'm just recording all of this internally in the Fuji X-T3. I know some of you are probably like, well, damn, it shows, I can tell. In addition, you can record up to 400 megabits per second with this Fuji X-T3. Now, all of those combinations of stats don't work together, so be sure to check a chart. I'll link one down below and make sure that these stats work out for you. Now, if you're looking for 120 frames per second or higher, you can do that in this camera in full HD mode. On the side, this camera has a headphone jack, an audio jack, a mini UHD, a mini HDMI jack, and it has 2 card slots. Now I should say that this is not a complete review of the Fuji X-T3. These are just some things that I think are important to have in a camera that I am still going to use for the rest of 2021 and 2021 for the rest of 2020. For the rest of 2020. Then carry over into 2021. So I'm not itching to go buy the, what's something people are going crazy over right now? People are going crazy over the Sony a7S III. That, for me, is not important for my workflow. My workflow is you guys on YouTube and whatever I put out on Twitter and Instagram. At this moment in time, I'm not doing any client work, so there's no reason for me to keep going out and buying top-of-the-line cameras within this, budget range, because that just doesn't make sense for me. But anyway, let me turn you back over to that video you were watching at the beginning of this video before I so rudely interrupted.